All right, we got some not so fun news. Welcome back to Christina's Garage, Gearhead in Training. We're here in Santa Rosa with my brother's 67 Mustang Fastback. Before my dad passed, he had done a lot of work to get it running smoothly with the Holley Sniper EFI 1. He was having issues when he would come to stop signs or stoplights where it would shut off. They'd be able to get it starting again. We don't know exactly what the issue was. Now I'm here with my friend Jeff. He's going to help me look over the car. First thing we're going to do today is get it started and get it running just in general so we can get kind of a baseline. We're not going to switch over to the EFI, the Holley Sniper EFI 2 until we have a better basis of what's going on with the car right now. We don't want to add that additional thing into it when we don't know what's going on here. So yeah, I'm going to be learning a lot today. Let's get started. First things first, we need to make sure the battery is good to go. We connected it to the charger. We tried to jump it and it didn't have enough voltage to get it started. Jeff is grabbing a sensor right now to see how much the battery is charged to and how much it needs to be charged. We might or might not need to go to the store today and go get a new battery. Well, we got enough power to the battery to turn over the key, and as soon as it turned on the fuel pump, all this liquid down here, I'll show you, all this liquid down here is fuel. We're going to determine what's going on there because we're not going to try starting it when the fuel's all dumping out. And yeah, Jeff said a whole bunch of other things that I'm not able to repeat just because I'm still learning. I'm going to show you what, I guess there's a new tank in it too. I'll show you that. So it's got a newer tank and he's going to grab a camera to put it in there to see if we can determine what's going on. Yep. So this is the fitting for, you said the fuel line? Yep. For the fuel line, and it's leaking right now. This is the fitting for the fuel line up where Jeff has got the wrench. We're going to have to take it off and see what's going on because it's leaking. As you can see, all this fuel down here. He said that where it should be sealed off, it's not sealed off right. So we're going to take it off and see what we need to do to make sure that we don't leak fuel all over the ground. All right, so this was loose. So Jeff tightened this, and we're going to see if that's why it was leaking, because when he pulled it out, you could see there's residue down here on the bottom because it looks like it's been leaking for a bit. Right down. Oh, will it? There we go. Oh, it's wanting to come on. Okay. So all the residue here, that means that it's been leaking for a little while. So he just tightened this. It felt super loose. We're going to put it back up underneath the car and see if that resolved the leaking issue. All right, we got some not so fun news. We tightened up that fuel line, put it back in. I turned it over and it started leaking some more. I called my brother and he was able to tell me, like, the fuel lines are all pretty much brand new. They were done when my dad was still alive, so it's been over 3 years that he put them in. And Jeff thinks that it might have just been because it's been sitting that the fuel has corroded, or the ethanol has corroded the fuel line, and now it's just kind of bubbling and leaking all over. I called my brother and we're going to look to see what fuel lines we need to order. We're going to order those. And I don't know when the next time we'll be able to be back because I'm going to be traveling for LS Fest in 2 weeks. And then I'm going to San Antonio, Texas to Vintage Air. And then going to Southern California for the Benedict's Castle Conquerors. And then I'm going to Summer Smash for First Form at the end of May, beginning of June. I might not be able to get back here until June sometime. We are going to make it work, though. I am determined. I'm putting it out in the universe that we're going to get my brother's car all fixed up so he can actually be able to drive it. I know that's something that my dad would really like. I will show you underneath one more time to see if I can actually get you a better view. It's kind of hard with like all the fuel on the ground. I don't want to be like sitting in it. I want to see if I can get you a better look of the fuel lines though. All right, let's see. So this is part of the, I'm trying to put my finger in the, this is part of the fuel line under here, and all of that was leaking. And onto the other side, it was leaking as well. Like this whole puddle is fuel. We're not going to be able to address anything else until we get this taken care of. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am really excited to be able to make progress, and this is one thing that we're going to be able to address first. Then we're going to move on to the next thing. And then eventually we're going to get this car running smoothly, putting out in the universe. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.